We are starting with a creative jolt that actually begins with a random drive through a Herriman neighborhood. It had us doing a total double take. With some PVC pipes and zip ties, Alex Ford constructed a front porch arch made from those plastic pumpkin pails found at the dollar store. Can you even believe that? Look how cool and so impressive. It was such an impressive setup, but Alex says it's a simple installation when you break it down. So she joins me in studio to show us how she built this. Thank you for being here, sister. This is a showstopper.
It's so much fun. It's one of those ones that is definitely a labor of love.
Okay.
But it is not a difficult labor of love.
So it's time, not difficulty.
Yes.
When did you set out, or when did you get the idea that I'm going to do this?
I started actually, this is my third year doing it, and every single year I've gotten better and better, and this year was like the first year that I'm like, okay, this was how I should have been doing it from the beginning. You know, every year my husband's like, oh no, please not the pumpkin arch.
We're not going to do it this year.
You know, because after hours I'm like, but I have figured it out where you guys won't do that because you will know exactly how to do this.
You put in the work and the therapy that now it's smooth for all of us. Okay, what supplies do we need if we want to create an arch like you did?
So the thing I love about the pumpkin arch is there's no like set supplies. You can make it how you want to design it. My house is completely pumpkined, and so I really focused on pumpkins, but like you can focus on skeletons, all different types of different pumpkins, different pampas grass, different just whatever you want to just shove in there totally works.
So the technique you'll teach us applies to any medium, any motif, any object.
Yes.
I like that you said my house is pumpkined. Is that a verb?
Is.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally.
It's pumpkined.
I mean, you saw it, there's everything.
I love it.
Pumpkin.
As hail orange, yes, absolutely. So in addition to the object of your choosing, yours were pumpkins, what else do we need?
Zip ties.
Zip ties. I have
Zip
a
ties are going to be your best friend on this.
Okay.
Zip ties, a PVC pipe, and some mode of putting it either into the ground or into something stable. So for here, I'm using just a jack-o'-lantern with some cement at the bottom. At my house, I put poles into the ground and just put the PVC pipe onto the poles.
But you could use, I'm thinking, a gardening container.
Yes, you can use literally anything you want. I mean, you can make it in gorgeous little pots and have flowers overflowing.
But you've cemented the PVC.
I have cemented it into this just because I live in Herriman where it is ridiculously windy. And everything blows if I do not literally cement it down.
That's part of the learning lesson that you talked about these last several years.
Well, pumpkins rolling down the street was a great adventure for me and my children.
All right, you've brought a little section here of the arch so you can show us. Would you show us?
Yeah, so the first thing is when you get a pumpkin, the first thing you're going to want to do is get some holes into your pumpkin and put the zip tie around it. And literally once it's zip tied on, it's as easy as just putting it on.
We joke about these humble dollar store pumpkin pails, but I'm surprised how durable they are that you could drill through that.
Yes, drill through it and literally there you go. And you just continue to build it up. I have a couple different things so you can kind of see just if you wanted to mix it up and add different textures, different things through it.
This is so cool.
And then it's fun because with the zip tie allows you to kind of move them around and get the style you want. And once you get to here, I like to use just a leaf garland
to fill it
and kind of just start weaving it.
Yeah.
So that so you don't see the ugly PVC pipe.
You're hiding all your mechanics.
Yep, you're hiding all the mechanics. And I mean, again, there's not really a rhyme or reason to it. You just kind of keep going until...
And then when you get to the top, then what?
The top for me, because I've done the arch, there isn't really a top, but for this one, I would just...
An arch, you did a connector piece?
Yeah, so it's just a connector piece that goes along, and when I'm done with it, I just take the 3 pieces off and they go into my basement.
It would break down really easy.
Yes, it breaks down so easy.
It's a square, it's not a curve.
Yeah, it's just a square, and I take the 3 pieces, and once it's all done, you know.
It's so fun. What was the trickiest part?
The trickiest part for me is it's tall. So getting up on an 8-foot ladder and trusting myself not to fall while also being up in the air was a little bit scary, but it's worth it in the
It
end.
worked out. You have some ideas and applications for people who might not want to do the full arch?
Yes, like this is a great application for someone who just wants to put this on their porch as two side things.
Cute.
This is perfect because you can move this around. It's not going to go anywhere and just makes it a fun, easy way to decorate your porch that you can use year after year.
Alex, you are so fun and creative. She's been such a cute hype girl in the studio today, talking to other guests and people. We've just loved your energy and we love your creativity. How can we see more of what you do?
I have an Instagram, Galpal Paints. I do all sorts of things. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I like to skip around to a bunch of different things. So follow along for all the DIYs.
Galpal Paints.
Yes.
And tell your husband thank you for marrying a gal pal that paints, because he's part of this too, I know, and executing the ideas. So well done. Thank you so much. We'll link you over to her Instagram from our website so you can follow along and see more creative projects like this. But the pumpkin arch, we are feeling it, and you broke it down in such a doable way. Nice job.